Good morning, traders. Today we will make, as always, Sunday morning review, and I will execute such assets as euro, Nasdaq, precious metals, grains, and crude oil. So let's start. As you remember, that week we established a very significant price level, which was equilibrium between buyers and sellers, and it was broken. Then we had a very peculiar dominance of bulls, and it stopped on the technical level on the daily chart. If you see this previous high, and it was rejected, but nevertheless the price closed also on the technical level of support. What do we see from the volume perspective? We see very significant divergence of volume delta and quantitative delta, and also this HFT volume, which formed a very strong level of supply. But from the COT data, we see that many weeks in a row, hedge funds increased their position, their buying position, and also that week the open interest rose significantly. So we have a bullish trend, but we need, of course, entry points. So we see that if the price will fix upper than this volumetric level, we can open buying positions. Also, if the price will make the downside movement from here and form some HFT volumes here, some imbalance, local tick imbalance, we can also open buying position. So the emotional pressure is very high in this asset, and we can find some speculative opportunities here. Then let's execute Nasdaq. As you see, the fourth time in a row, hedge funds increase their buying position in Nasdaq. But the price is coiling under their price level 12,100. So this strong bullish activity does not lead to their market growth. And the price really fixed below their important commercial level. And I assume that the next week we will coil around 11,450 until the winner will be announced, and we will move from this zone to break down this important structure, or to break up this important structure. Triple top, to break this triple top, or to break this double bottom. There is a question. So let's be reactive, and by such planning we understand what to expect and what is happening now. Then precious metals. What do we see in gold? After very strong impulse, traders tried to continue this impulse, but we saw the correction and stop losses were liquidated, which was under this minimum. So now the path of least resistance, I think we can go to the upside from here. Also, we trade upper than their demand zone on the daily chart. Open interest rose, hedge funds increased a bit their position that week, and maybe we will see the additional bullish impulse in gold the next week. What about other precious metals, such as silver? As we see, also hedge funds added, open interest increased. We respected the level of supply, and as a magnet, maybe it will pull the price one more time. Also, very peculiar movement to the downside after this divergence of deltas and these HFTs. Buyers entered here, but after this movement, their positions will be liquidated. Now we are upper than this important volumetric zone on the 15-minute chart, and we can see the movement to this zone next week. Also platinum, as we see that every week for a long period of time, hedge funds increase their position in platinum, and also we see the rise of open interest, but the price is calling in the range. It is really, from the COT perspective, a bearish signal. And also the price closed below the demand zone on the 15-minute chart. So platinum looks very bearish, more bearish than other precious metals. So we can even trade some spreads to sell platinum and to buy gold and silver. What about crude oil? that week we spoke about this situation, and it was a really peculiar movement from this imbalance. And on the daily chart, the price reached and respected their trend line of the downtrend, and also we see the activity that hedgers bought and small traders sold. As you see that the position of hedge funds didn't change, and position of hedgers rose. It means that small traders opened the shorting position, as you see here. But to my mind, the movement to the downside will be after some squeeze. There will be first some squeeze, and then only we can see the movement to the downside. So as you see, algorithmic purchases on the 15 minutes chart in oil here, algorithmic purchases, and I think that is the signal that we can see some shakeout, that this high will be broken. So it's my view for crude oil for the next week. And what about grains? Very interesting situation, because also a very hard downside movement with selling pressure of hedge funds, and now the price is coiling below the commercial level, and so this is zone of very strong emotional pressure, and we need to look or break out of this level. I think that will be acceleration of the movement after it will be broken, and in the same situation we see in corn. Also we coil under the commercial level, but after it will be broken, we can see the acceleration of movement to the upside. What about soybeans? Very strong increasement of open interest in positions of non-commercials, 25% increasement, and I established here a commercial level. Now we trade above this level, and I don't know how it is called. It's after triple top, it's maybe quadruple top, and after quadruple top, I am sure that if it will be broken, there will be strong acceleration of the upside movement. So the price is under the technical level and upper the commercial level. So here is very important decision zone, and we can see some manipulations. If, for example, this level will be broken and buyers will enter and stop losses will be executed, we can see the HFTs and try to short from here. So let's see, traders. I highlighted the most interesting potential assets where we can try to find clear imbalances the next week, and where we can logically explain with the help of volumetric information what is happening. So be prepared. I wish you a good, profitable next week, and see you on the other side next Sunday. Goodbye.